What? He's a monkey! Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't lose. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What am I doing? I don't even drink coffee. But, it's you. You're a bastard, you know that? I'm not scared of you. I'm sorry. I'm just scared of our fight coming up. I've never actually been in a fight before. Huh. Training, huh? You know, I could get behind that. No, okay, wait. Why are you helping me? Ah, screw you, man. I'm kicking your ass. Man, I better get to training. And what better way to train than with Sonic Battle? Okay, fine. And the gym, too. Sonic is a franchise that has had many spin-offs, like racing, party games, and all that other good shit. One kind of idea that works pretty well with the Sonic franchise, but Sonic hasn't seen much of, are fighting games. Luckily, they're the perfect game to help me learn how to fight. Besides, like, I don't know, Wii Sports, I guess. But what constitutes a fighting game? I mean, is Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood a fighting game? Well, only if you put Mortal Kombat and Pokemon in the same genre. Nah. My Sonic fighting games are defined by ChatGPT. He knows what he's doing. Don't look at that. Sonic the Fighters, the first ever Sonic fighting game, released somewhere in June of 1996 as an arcade cabinet. It is one of the hardest to find arcade cabinets in North America. You're better off making your own Sonic the Fighters cabinet. Sonic the Fighters features 8 characters: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Espio, Bark, Fang, Amy. Who the hell is Rosie the Rascal? Who the hell is this? That's not Amy. Yeah. Next they'll tell me there's some asshole named Bean as a playable. No fucking way. The plot of this game is super simple. Eggman is doing some bad shit, as per usual. Tails goes ahead and builds a single-seat rocket to get to the Death Egg, but it has to be powered by Chaos Emeralds. All the playable characters have a Chaos Emerald, so whoever you play as has to beat all 8 characters in the game. For whatever reason, there's 8 Chaos Emeralds in this game. No clue what happened to the 8th Emerald after this game. Really feels like these characters should have had more accountability over a missing nuclear bomb. The player you choose gets through all the other characters, flies up to the Death Egg, and meets Metal Sonic, who is actually cheating. This piece of shit was the hardest enemy in the game. He's almost unbeatable. He rips through you, and he doesn't even apologize about it. If you just so happen to be lucky enough to beat Metal Sonic, which is a gargantuan task, you go on to fight Eggman. Eggman is pretty easy to beat. You just keep mashing the punch button and eventually he'll go down. And that's pretty much it. The day is saved. Besides the story, the gameplay's not too bad. Every character has an absolute plethora of combos. So many that it's actually hard to keep track of. Every character has 5 barriers to put up, which can be smashed through by an opponent. Use them sparingly, especially against Metal Sonic. He tears through them like they're fucking paper. You can launch enemies flies into the air, do grabs that go through barriers, and pull off different combos for different characters. Some characters have range, and others have absolutely zero ranged attacks. By using cheat codes, I can put Metal Sonic or Eggman into the game as playable characters. Although the game does crash if you try to put Eggman against Eggman. Once your shields are down, Eggman is an absolute monster. The problem is, any time before that, he is barely capable of taking shields down. Just like before, Metal Sonic is absolutely broken. Oh, and if at any point you play against your own character throughout the game, Eggman will show up and clone you. It is pretty weird to see him cloning Metal Sonic though. If you beat the entirety of the game perfectly as Sonic without losing a single round, and then you get to the second round against Metal Sonic, Sonic will go Super. Super Sonic can't take damage, which is the perfect way to fuck up Metal Sonic after he cheated the entire time. Although after Metal Sonic and Eggman, I did cheat to put Super Sonic in the rest of the game. Okay, I swear to you, Bean did damage to Super Sonic. It was during one of his combos, but I couldn't get him to recreate it when I was recording. My hacked Super Sonic also kept breaking, and I have no clue why. Maybe it's the cheat code breaking, but it also may just be the ROM. After all, Tails' level did look like this. Just a blue sea of nothingness. Perhaps showing us the depths of Tails' heart. How he sees himself always following in the footsteps of someone much greater. Always longing to be just like him. Or the ROM was just broken. I don't know. There is also an option for fighting with friends. Now, I tried to play with my Sonic toys, but unfortunately, they lack the nervous systems required to finesse a controller. So I had to move on from here. Sonic the Fighters released a re-release in a collection game called Sonic Gems Collection, made for GameCube and PS2. Sonic Gems Collection was also mentioned in my Sonic Games for the Game Gear video, which you should definitely go watch if you're like a decent human being or something. Sonic Gems Collection is an amazing collection game. The music, the art design, the extras, it's all there. The only collection game that's better than it is Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Sadly, I am not here to talk about Sonic Collection games. Maybe another video someday. But I'm just kind of winging it here, guys. Sonic the Fighters later got remastered for the Xbox 360 and PS3, which has HD and widescreen options, as well as access to Honey the Cat and Metal Sonic, without even using hacks. But yeah, Honey the Cat is there too. She was made for Sonic the Fighters, but she was left out of it to begin with, and wasn't ever used for a pretty long time. Honey the Cat was later in some Archie comics, which aren't even canon anymore. Also, there were some plushies made for Sonic the Fighters. They're stupidly rare. I only have Sonic and Tails, and even these two could probably be sold for like $500 to $600. The version I used for this video is the GameCube version of Sonic Gems Collection. I just already had the Dolphin emulator. It just seemed like the easiest way to do it. Growing up, I bought Sonic Gems Collection solely to play Sonic CD, but I ended up beating Sonic R 14 times. Instructions were unclear, I guess. And because of this, I've played a lot of Sonic the Fighters. So much so that that little jingle before every fight gets stuck in my head sometimes. It's a decent little fighting game. Nothing crazy, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing more arcade cabinet feeling Sonic games. I think Sonic just feels so at home here. Things move pretty fast for an arcade game. You know, you can just play and leave. And you also want to get better at them so you can play for longer and not waste the money you put into the machine. That's a pretty good recipe for a Sonic game. But is it a good recipe for me? All those quick fights should have been some pretty good experience. I mean, I got down my jabs, I got down my kicks, I even know how to spin dash now, but I still need some training. A little bit of power should help me out.
Should have worn a glove.
Sorry, man. I hurt my hand in the gym. Can I just take a rest day? He's right. Even while I recover, I could still learn some techniques. which is a lot like Emerald. Emerald as in this dude from Sonic Battle, of course. As if there was any confusion. When I was 3 years old, I played Sonic Adventure 2 at my friend's house, and I thought it was the most amazing thing I had ever played. Not that I had actually played a whole lot at that point. So I asked for a Sonic game for Christmas from my parents. Lo and behold, they planned to get me a Game Boy Advance SP anyway. So they grabbed me Sonic Advance 3. It was my first Sonic game. I still own the damn cartridge and the Game Boy. But in Sonic Advance 3's box, there was a poster. Once you flip it over, there's a poster for another game, Sonic Battle. I tried searching for a video of someone flipping this poster back and forth, but this is the only one I could find. Shout out to CKE10001. You're a real one. I hung this poster up on my wall and desperately wanted Sonic Battle, but I never actually got my hands on it. I asked for it, but my parents never got it for me. I guess they just didn't like me. Can you really blame them? I mean, their son doesn't even have 100 subscribers. Now, with that being said, this is not a game I grew up with. Playing it for this video was actually the first time I had ever played Sonic Battle. I was really excited to finally put this game behind me and to finally see what all the hubbub was about. And what do I think about it? After all the hype I built up around it and its amazing art style, it's fine. Honestly, that's as far as I'll go with it. It isn't like a bad game, and I know for a fact that 4-year-old Feziep would have played this game endlessly. But for adult Feziep, I just kind of wanted the story to end. The story is actually pretty good, and it's a good continuation on Shadow's history. But man, does it drag on and on with pointless fights against random robots. Okay, so the story. The gist of it is, Eggman finds a robot called a Gizoid. The Gizoid is an ancient 4,000-something-year-old robot who is made to be a weapon. Fast forward to 50 years ago, Eggman's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, found the robot and tried to activate it again, and tried recoding it to be friendlier. The first story in this game is about Sonic finding the Gizoid on the beach and naming it Emerald. At first, the robot is kinda dumb. He can't talk, and he learns all of his moves from Sonic as they go. As different characters put Chaos Emeralds into Emerald, he gets smarter and more competent with each Chaos Emerald. A lot of this story doesn't actually matter. It's just a bunch of characters taking Emerald out for a walk like he's a fucking dog, and showing him new fighting moves. Tails tries finding out more about the robot, Knuckles tries to teach Emerald how to fight, Amy uses Emerald to boxercise. You know, that's actually not too far off from what I'm here doing. Emerald says that he's invincible.
Are you sure?
Amy tries to use Emerald like a test to show that she can be a good mom for Sonic. Rouge tries to teach Emerald how to steal jewels, and Cream tries to teach Emerald that fighting is wrong. This was a big issue that I had with Cream's story. Two robots gang up on her and Emerald, but she keeps saying that fighting is wrong, so she refuses to fight back. And because of that, Emerald goes and gets hurt. And Cream says she doesn't care, just as long as she doesn't have to hurt others. Even though, A, they're fucking robots, so nobody's actually getting hurt, and B, by not fighting, her friend is getting hurt. Yeah, sure, Cream. That's a whole lot better. Whatever, man. She's like 4 years old. She does eventually fight back. So, whatever. Shadow realizes that both him and Emerald can have hearts and care for others, despite being created as weapons. Emerald gets all 7 Chaos Emeralds and becomes intelligent. They make him good, and through everything he's being taught, he's now a full-on adult. They treat this entire game like it's a raising a kid simulator, but it's a fucking robot who fights. Sonic even says stuff like, "We've shown you everything you know. You're all grown up now." Eggman realizes there's a way to override Emerald's teachings by showing him overwhelming power. He shows Emerald he can wipe out the planet in an instant with a Death Egg laser, and it fucking works. Emerald tries to fight his new feelings, but can't, and tries to aim the Death Egg laser at the Earth. So, Sonic has to stop him. And that's it. After Emerald goes down and he says goodbye, he fucking self-destructs. Sonic tells everyone that they'll see Emerald again someday. And that's all there is to the story. The story is sweet and all, but it feels like it's kind of recreating Sonic Adventure 2 with some parenting thrown in. Oh, and Chaos is in the story too. No clue why. He's just an extra fight in Emerald's story. You can literally just walk by him. Like I said, I think the story is pretty cheesy and drags on a whole lot just to give itself more playtime. But the important parts are great in the Sonic lore. I do wish they bring Gizoids back outside of the Game Boy years. Outside of the story, there's challenge mode, battle mode, training, and minigames. Challenge mode sets you against the computer in multiple back-to-back fights. You get a higher score the more times that you win and the computer doesn't. It's honestly pretty hard to lose challenge mode. Battle mode just lets you make your own fights against up to 3 other computers or against other Game Boys. Minigames are unlocked as you beat the story, but only one of them is actually playable as single player, so that's what I played. If you want to see the rest of them, here's a video from Tylanos where they showcase the rest. Link in the description. In the one single player option, called Knuckles Mine Hunt, you just play Minesweeper. It was actually my first time ever playing Minesweeper, and honestly, it was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. While it is a single player game, you can send your game over to someone else with a Game Boy link cable. Sonic Battle was recreated in Sonic X, showing off Emerald. It's loosely based on it, and it isn't exactly faithful to the game. And that's pretty much it for Sonic Battle. It's a decent fighting game where your enemies are able to do this shit to you, but it works out when you're able to fucking rock them as Cream. She is definitely the best character in this game, and she's the one who I learned all my techniques from. Now to put these skills to the test. My hand's all healed up, and I know way too many combos. Your ass is going down.
Round 1. Fight!
Down!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. You lose.
You should see the other guy. I guess learning how to fight takes a little more training and experience than just one workout session in some Sonic fighting games. Although, where did Cappuccino learn how to fight? I mean, he lives in my bedroom. What the fuck? What is this? Yeah, listen, TLDR, I'm you from another dimension. Or you're me from another dimension. Or, whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Are you sure you're not just Roger wearing a Fezziat mask? What? Who the hell is Roger? No, I'm you from another dimension. A dimension where Sonic doesn't exist. Who would want to live in a world like that? Not me. That's actually why I'm here. So that I can swap places with you and send you back to that hellhole. Sorry, pal. Wait, what?